Once into the dry dock, work began to prepare the ship for the longer trip down to Devon. This entailed checking the underside of the hull to ensure that it would be fit for the coming passage and carrying out minor works. As well as checking the hull over, whilst they had good dry dock access to the hull, it was given a good coat of paint and generally tidied up in preparation for the much longer journey out of the estuary and down the Bristol Channel to Bideford. After only a few short weeks, Freshspring was ready for the next stage of getting to a permanent base in Devon. On the day of the move, the weather was again kind, and with her newly painted name on show fore and aft, Freshspring and the tug made a careful exit from the harbour. Once out into the river, and against the flow of the incoming tide, the tug slowly took up the strain, and they were off, heading for the open sea. We caught up with them again on the approach to the first Severn bridge. The tide had now turned and was obviously flowing out, so the pair were moving at a pace, and she was manoeuvred into the correct channel to pass under. safely through and seeming to be picking up speed on the fast-running tide, soon saw them at the second crossing and out into the Bristol Channel. Whilst at Sharpness, John explained the whole reasoning behind the restoration.
It's a heritage steamship which is hugely valuable in its own right, but also the project in terms of its educational aspirations is a remarkable challenge and terribly rewarding. The outcomes are very positive with young people, and that really makes a big difference. And one of our major objectives is to inspire young people to go to sea as careers, to join the maritime sector, and also to become our engineers of the future. Both areas of employment that are desperately in need of people. The end game is that Freshspring will become a passenger ship. She'll carry cruise passengers on holidays, and in sheltered waters she'll also carry larger numbers of day trippers.
All of this was filmed in 2016, and much work has already been done, with Freshspring already looking in a much better shape. But volunteers and support are always needed by the Trust. If you would like to get involved with bringing this piece of our maritime and engineering past back to life, you can find out more on their website.